Hello, Luis, and welcome to the conference. Do you think AI will help answer some social questions and will also generate more discussions on inequality and bias as we find these questions revealed in certain models?
AI will solve a lot of questions. It's going to pose even more questions. And to your point about whether it's going to raise issues about, for example, inequality and others, AI is really a reflection of us. So if we have biases, AI will learn that and will bring those biases to the surface. How will we react to that? That we don't know. We will see ourselves in a mirror. The AI is a mirror. Maybe we don't realize those biases in our everyday life, but if suddenly a computer or a robot starts acting in a certain way that we consider to be inappropriate, maybe we'll learn something about ourselves. And then suddenly, maybe we start to see something that we never saw before. It's like when you look at yourself in a mirror, right? You could have your hair the wrong way, and then suddenly you realize that you better do something about it. So I think AI is going to give us a lot of answers. It is going to pose a lot of questions. It's going to teach us a lot about ourselves. And I think the big unknown is, as society, what are we going to do about that? How are we going to react to the things that we learn?
Thank you. And what do you think will be more difficult? Getting AI to be fully trustworthy when making decisions, or having those decisions actually be trusted by the general public?
I think both are going to be difficult. The general public is generally distrustful of most things. I mean, the whole conversation about trust is a very interesting one, and we know that trust is not based on facts. Trust is based on emotions. What will AI do to increase trust? Well, if the emotions are not there, I don't think that's going to have an impact on trust. I think both are difficult. And again, what we do as a society and the type of education we have to undergo to incorporate AI into our daily lives in such a way that we don't create more problems, in such a way that we know what to trust and what not to trust, and we can distinguish the human from the inhuman. That's going to be, I think, the big challenge that we're going to have to solve. Education is going to be key. We need to understand how to do that. We need to go back and rediscover ethics, rediscover emotions, rediscover behavior.
Thank you for that insight. And what do you think is more difficult, incorporating AI into the financial sector or incorporating AI into the climate sector?
You know, the financial sector is the sector that deals with essentially money. So wherever money goes, they will have to go there. Climate, as an important topic, as a very important source of risk, is creating financial markets of its own. So the financial sector is going to be there. It already is there. So I think AI is going to find its way into climate risk, as it did into the pandemic, and as it will do with any other risks that come our way. But the moment these risks find a financial aspect to them, then the financial sector is going to be there. And the financial sector will develop its own AI tools to approach what they do. The financial sector is essentially a broker between actors. Okay, people buy and sell, and people give and receive. And the financial sector enters into that. So they need to understand the buyer and the seller. And AI will be there to help them. But it's going to be a different AI from the one that will generate the interest in buyers and sellers of giving things to each other.
And to end the interview, what excites you the most about AI in the future?
Okay, so perhaps the educational aspects of it are the ones that I find most exciting. AI is very powerful, but I see with fear that humans need to understand these new abilities that we will create to solve problems. AI today is very good at giving answers. The challenge is going to be who's going to be asking the questions. And the questions will continue to be provided by humans. And to understand the questions we should ask, given that the answer is going to come very quickly, I think that will start to create a new way for humans to interact with each other.
Well, thank you. Thank you for the insights, and I do hope you enjoy the rest of the conference.
My pleasure.